Good evening, Kyle. I'm working on getting the quote over to you so that we can hit the ground running and get this office project going. I'm finally cleared up to where I can get things moving for you, materials ordered, and we can get things going. So one part of the quote that I haven't figured out is the butcher block top. I don't have big enough machinery in order to do these in-house, so this will be something that I would either use the countertop company who does these, or I've got another vendor that I could possibly have that's got a big CNC and big flat panel sanders that could make this happen for us. I was just trying to figure out what our options might be. I know we talked about something to the effect that you see here, where there'd be a seam here and a seam here, a seam here, and then we'd add a little angled part to these horizontal runs. As I've got it drawn in right now, we're at 17 inches there, which I was thinking around 16 to 18, so 17 is right in the ballpark there. But I was just trying to figure out how it would look right, because you're going to have like a computer monitor somewhere in here that's going to bridge that seam, I would imagine. My first thought was to make the grain follow in line with these two pieces here off of the peninsula, which could be cool. That might work. No guarantee that the wood seam would look seamless. I don't think it would, because there's no way to guarantee that the slats of this top were going to match these. So then I got to thinking, what can we do to play off the geometry of these angles and do something interesting? And what I thought was, let's see if I can. Oops. Hidden objects. Unhide. So just playing around with an idea. It's not setting in here right. There's a little bit of a problem right here, and I would get rid of these seams here, but I thought, what if we put a big square in here of a different wood species? Maybe it's walnut or something like that. These would be maple tops presumably, and this could be walnut, and maybe we could do something with your farm logo or something down in the bottom here where it wouldn't get covered up with the monitors. I don't know, just thinking outside the box here a little bit. But like I said, like this piece could be molded into this maple piece, so that'd come as one piece, and then these arms could just be mitered in to join right here. So again, you would not have a seam here, it'd just be a seam at a diagonal here, and on this side. I think it'd be super cool kind of design treatment there. I think as you'd walk into this room, you'd see that walnut square coming in at a diagonal, and it would dual purpose to create the angles that we need right here for your workstations. The only weird part maybe is just where this seam intersects, but I think if we dress this correctly, I think that would just be a focal point that I don't think it would matter how things interact with it on these back edges. But just an idea. Obviously there'd probably be, walnut's not cheap, and it would take some extra milling to make that all happen, but it might be kind of a cool factor. I mean, with your accent wall and stuff, it'd just be kind of cool to have another design treatment. Just an idea. I don't know. Tell me whether you think this idea or not this idea and just running the boards parallel, or if you think that running the boards like this one is, where they would just be perpendicular to one another, we could do any of those three options. So let me know what you think. I'm gonna take these dimensions and send them off for quote. And so what I think I'll do, while you're thinking about it, I think I'll just send both options to my vendor, this idea and all three options actually, and see if they can give me a quote back on what they think it would take, and I can maybe give you a price that might help us make a decision. All right, have a good one.